Anyway, welcome to Kumasi.
Thank you.
How's your stay here?
It's been wonderful.
Wow.
Great, yes. I've always been in Kumasi.
Really? So this is not your first time?
No.
Okay.
It's like a third time.
Fourth?
Third.
Wow, okay, third time, right. Do you enjoy your stay in Kumasi whenever you come?
You know, Kumasi is like Enugu, where I come from in Nigeria. Wow. Yeah, they have the same topography. So when I'm in Kumasi, it's like I'm home.
Wow, you feel at home?
I am at home.
Wow, that's wonderful. Well, for the sake of those watching you for the first time, I know many people have watched you in movies and stuff, but knowing you is something that is not common. We've not been, able to know Patience Ozokwo, aka
one-on-one.
Of course, okay. You understand. So today we are here, and some people are watching us. Many people are watching us today. So for the sake of those people, can you please tell us who Patience Ozokwo Mama G is?
Well, professionally, I'm an actor, and I come from Nigeria, the Igbo part.
Igbo?
Yes, right. Enugu precisely. I'm an Enugu indigen.
Kindly project for me.
Okay. Yeah. I am from Enugu State.
Okay.
Yes, and my local government is Enugu North local government. Incidentally, my town falls into two different local governments, and my own part falls into Enugu North local government.
Okay.
That's where I come from, and from a humble family. Well, humble family, and I got married into a humble family again.
Wow.
But my husband is late, though.
Sorry.
He died some years ago, and we've been managing. With God, all things are possible.
Right.
And all my schooling was Lagos and Enugu, and today I am. I don't need to blow my trumpet. I don't need to, but at least I am educated. A little, right. I'm not highly like a professor or this. No. But I found myself doing other things that would not allow me face study. At least I'm a graduate.
Okay.
I read mass communication.
Wow.
And I actually opted to read theater art, but it wasn't possible because that was when they shut down my school. They shut down that department. They didn't have a standard stage, so we were now advised to do something else. I did graphic arts, and later teed off, went back to ESU to read the nearest thing to my theater art, which was mass communication.
Right. We'll come back to what you are doing now. But let me ask you, I am reliably informed that you got married at the age of 19. Was that your own decision or that of your parents?
It was not my decision. And if it's not my decision...
You were forced into it?
Yes.
Right, okay.
I was forced into it many years ago, and I didn't see any reason why my parents were forcing me. I was still young. And I even at that age, I had so many suitors, and they just wanted me to get married. I know when you come from a polygamous family, your mother is struggling for her own daughters to get married. This other one is struggling for her own daughters to get married. And when this one came around and my mother said, I said, no, I should make a choice. But they didn't give me that choice. At the end, I had to obey my parents. I wasn't brought up like disobeying them at all.
Okay, so you're obliged. And afterwards, did you enjoy the marriage?
Sincerely speaking, as a Christian, I did not.
Okay, was it a polygamous, as you said?
No,
your family.
Yeah, he was once married.
Okay.
He was once married. They sent from my town to London, and the marriage didn't work out at all.
So he was divorced then.
It was not kind of. We are not. When we talk about divorce in my town, is when you wed in the church.
Okay.
But they were not.
It was a traditional marriage.
It was just. It's not even a complete traditional marriage. But he got married to this guy, and they sent her to him in London, and the girl came and didn't like him, and then decided to move on with her life. That was it. They didn't live as husband and wife. Then he waited until he came back.
Okay.
After the war to come and marry me, and there was no reason for that.
Wow. Right.
But you know, as girls, we have to obey our parents.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
I was taught like that, to obey my parents.
In
to
the
the
Lord,
core.
for this is right.
Yes. So I had to bow down and do their will, and it was not easy for me as a young girl.
Initially.
It was not easy. But when you have a child, have two children, and it is not also in the culture or program of my parents for you to jump from one man to the other.
Okay.
Their eyes are on you, and then I had to maintain. I lost it from childhood, and I had to make do with the children that God has given. That's why I'm very close to my children.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what is your view about marriage itself? Not your marriage, but marriage.
My
general.
view is that it is an ordained thing by God.
Okay.
And it should be honored. It should be honored and respected to the last core. There is no reason when a man and a woman are declared husband and wife, that is finished.
Okay.
You don't need, your plate of food is out of your father's house, and for you to jump
After
from
marriage.
after
So
marriage,
no matter what, you wouldn't come back.
no, you just go visit them. You don't have
But for you to come and stay with them.
No. That's not God's plan.
Even if somebody is killing you, let's say your partner is killing you.
If life is involved,
Okay.
God did not say don't separate. That's the only time. And then the only time, God has standards, and Christians must adhere to the standards of God concerning marriage, because there are one or two things that can make a husband and wife divorce. Otherwise, it's not coming from God.
Okay.
So he didn't come. I didn't catch him cheating on me, and he didn't catch me cheating. So we had to stay together until death parted us.
Wow.
Yeah. So when he died, I became free. People started coming from my hand. I said, no, it's late.
So you did not remarry?
I cannot remarry because of the kind of foundation I have, the kind of home training I have, and because of my stand in Christianity. God has given me the power to remarry. But when I look at my children, I couldn't leave them to meet with them. What man in his right senses will welcome me with 4 children? And I won't have problem with 50 people.
Biologically,
I have.
there are 4.
There are 4 of them, 3 boys and a girl.
Okay.
So what am I looking for in the house of another man? I had to stay back, take in what has come my way, and then swallow it and stay gidiba for my children.
Stay gidiba.
For my children.
And what does that mean?
Stay strong for my children.
Wow, gidiba.
Yes.
Gidiba is strong.
Gidiba. That's why you hear gidiba. Oh. God is big and big and strong.
Wow. I understand you're a musician and a fashion designer as well. Is that really true?
I am very versatile naturally.
Wow.
Anything I lay my hands to do prospers. But I select the ones that I enjoy doing. I can make dresses. I just did a little needlework in school, and that was it.
Wow.
From in those days when we were coming to school, they taught us almost everything. In primary school, you learn how to do needlework, how to mend your own dress.
Okay.
So they were so uniform for me, and you know that it used to be gathered here. It's raining now again, and when it's old, I just take the up off and then use the down, and do an A-line dress.
Wow.
And my mother will be amazed. So I do dressmaking a lot, but now I don't have time again.
So if I'm to compare you, I will do that to the woman in the book of Ephesians. Is it Ephesians?
Chapter 6.
Chapter 6, right? The woman that does everything.
Yeah.
The virtuous woman.
No, that one is in Proverbs chapter
right?
30.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Proverbs.
Yeah.
You're a virtuous woman.
In fact, when I read that place, I saw my life.
Wow. Yeah.
When I read it, and when I'm talking to women, I go back to it because that was what actually helped me.
Wow.
Because the husband I married was not the go-getter, you know. He just likes his civil service work. He will sit down, go to work. If it's not working, it's not working. If they're not paying salary, he just sits down and waits until it comes. So I couldn't, because children are the most selfish creatures that God made. When they are hungry, they don't want to know whether you have money or not.
Of course.
They'll cry for
They don't
food.
care.
They'll cry for food. When they ask them to bring anything in school, they want to be the first to bring in school, so they don't care about anything. So I saw myself doing so many things.
That's great. Thumb up. Well, I'm talking to Mama Patience Ozokwo, aka Mama G for General. She's here live in the studios of Royal TV. This is Doro Morning Show. Hey, there are a few say when I'm no kasem that's one in the kasa. Mene Patience Ozokwo na edin komo na no pay na said what's here no na brabo mu nsem e na oka na meko animo no ye be bon tofa amwate de oka ye ni nyina. Prophet Randolph for her. I'm not born a tofa kakra bi e de ache na fe ma bon so ene no ababidin komo. Mama G.
Yes.
At what point did you enter into acting? At what age? And before that, what were you doing?
I was just going to school. I was actually going to school and having my children.
Oh.
That was fun.
How are you able to combine that?
What will you do? I just finished my secondary school and they pushed me into marriage. So I still had to go to school.
Wow.
So I was combining having children and going to school. And in course of doing that, I came across some people who, my cousin.
Okay.
I became a teacher, classroom teacher. If it's in Nigeria, we say TC2. Then from teaching, I came across some people who were on radio, and then they asked me to do one or two things for them in a production, children's production.
Okay.
Children's program, and then I did it, and I did it well. That was it. They wouldn't let me rest again. So I started entertainment from childhood. In secondary school, actually, when I was in primary school, I was always I was a member of Girls Guild,
okay,
Girls Guide, the Brownie. I went through all of them, and then they were also always teaching us small drama sketches, you know what I mean. And then when in Girls Guide, it is full. Any day we have meeting, we must do a sketch.
Okay.
And then when I went into secondary school, it became like part of me. It's either I'm acting or I can't even read.
Wow.
So anything that the school is doing that has to do with acting or presentation, stage presentation,
you were involved.
I was involved.
Okay.
And we had a wonderful teacher then, Mrs. Okeke, English teacher, who would take us on poetry, recitations and things, and short dramas. Those are the times I did the short dramas like Marriage of Amansewa by a Ghanaian.
Wow.
The Gods Are Not to Blame, all those small books.
Oh
yes. And then when I went into teacher training college, I now did my major stage, which was Hamlet by Shakespeare.
Hamlet.
Yes, and I played the role of Hamlet.
You remind me of literature. Man.
Yes. I love literature. Wow. So that was when I did my major stage.
Okay.
And for me to play the role of Hamlet, it was a girls' school. All girls' school, so everybody was acting like a boy, and then my own too. I was just like one. And so I took the role of Hamlet.
Did you, meaning you were the main character? Okay.
I played. So after secondary school, you see now, and in those days there are things they were doing that time that was helping students, and they no longer do now. I don't know why. And if you do something and stop it, and you know that thing was paying, you should go back to it.
Of course.
Improve on it. But no country.
In our dialect, we say sankofayechi, meaning going back
to the drawing board.
Of course. Of course.
So that was like every year, our state will organize Festival of Arts and Culture. Festival of Arts and Culture will engulf schools doing drama. There will be a drama for the year. So all the schools will take their students on the zonals.
Okay.
Where they select candidates and then they put them, and when they come for zonal and they win, they will represent their zone in the state. When they now win, the state will now present the grand finale, this drama, the main drama sketch.
Okay.
So you see, it was like training for us. So every year we look forward to it. It's not just what do they call it? Bantering words. sometimes it's just dancing. No, there were serious things that we were doing that was helping us. Debate, no. But this drama part, the dramatic part, now helped us to develop our drama appetite.
So can you boldly say that has made you who you are now?
I give God praise.
Wow.
It really did, because then I killed stage fright. Then I killed microphone fright. So when I finished school, they now transferred me, because when they came to school and discovered me, they took me from school as a teacher and put me on Radio Nigeria.
Wow.
I became an announcer on Radio Nigeria, and I was taking part in all the radio drama, the one in pure English, the one in Igbo language, and the one in Pidgin English drama.
Wow.
So you see, so I was built. And if you can act on stage, you can also act. You know, Ghanaians are very good on stage. That's what we grew up to find out, because they had good writers. So they were, when they concentrated on stage drama, they were doing very well.
Wow.
Yes. So most of the drama sketches we were doing, we are coming from Ghana.
Okay.
So after the stage drama at that level, I went into radio. You know, it is difficult to act on radio. Stage, there's no time for correction. So you must be articulate, run your line, play your role, and get out. And on radio, if you are crying on radio, it's only through your voice that people will know that you're crying.
Sure.
So you see, I went through all, and it helped me when I'm acting. I know how to do my face. It's only on camera that people see your face. So it was not difficult for me because I had already developed the cadence, the articulation, and then I now knew how to use my body language to complete them. So it's not like mumbo jumbo, like you act, you just run your lines, your face is not telling the same story your mind is telling, and that your mouth is telling. You understand what I mean? Yeah. It's a complicated issue. You may not understand it, but I know that people who are in theater arts will understand what I'm talking about.
Of course. Of course, I do understand you perfectly.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Do you remember your first movie?
Sins of the Father.
Sins of the Father.
Sins of the Father. Sins committed by our fathers, forefathers, yes.
Okay, so can you tell us a little about that movie?
Yes.
And what role did you play?
I played the role of Ebuka's wife. It was not a very big role because they were just trying me out.
Okay.
I played the role of a woman who was giving birth and then died in the process. So, but the story was talking about the things that our forefathers did in the past that are affecting us today.
Okay.
Yes, that's the story.
Wow, wonderful. So after that movie, what happened? Did you continue, or they came for you once again?
No, I continued.
Did you pursue? Let me put it that way.
Yes, I had to, because they have not met you. Okay. But that singular drama made them look out for me.
Okay. But, so they looked out for you once again?
Yes, but you have to present yourself though.
Okay.
At that level, you have to present yourself, because it's not a hit and run. They want to know if you really want to stay.
Okay.
So when they tried me out on that, I did well. It now earned me the subsequent roles that I played in movies. The time I teed off from just playing ordinary role, well, it wasn't quite long after that. We did another production that was called Odum.
Odum.
That's Odum. I think Odum is a cheetah, not just ordinary lion. So the role I played in that one, you know, the legend, the music legend, what's her name? Nelly Uchendo.
Okay.
She was my contemporary in that movie, and the way I played in that movie now fetched me another role I played in Amina.
Okay.
Now fetched me. They said the woman that played that role, because I wasn't known yet, go and bring her, she will play this role well. And the owner of that movie didn't have enough money, so he was looking for a cheap artist and then a good artist. Two things in one.
You were cheap then?
Yeah, I was cheap then because
very good.
I didn't have the bargain. I didn't have power to bargain. So they just gave me the script and said, go and read the script. And I was on another set. I couldn't even read it. And they said, come, we need to work. I did not read that script. I came on set. Any scene they want to shoot, they'll tell me, I'll read it and I'll shoot it. And it came out like a bang. Boom. My name in that movie was Authority.
Wow.
And without knowing what I was doing, but because I had known how to internalize stories, I was able to bring out the best of that movie. Is still selling up to today.
Right, Mami call Patience Ozokwo. So, welcome. Anyway, you lost, right?
I'm not lost. I'm not lost.
Okay, we were talking about your acting career and how you were able to jump from one movie to the other, how you came out. You said it was a bang. It was like thunder.
I was
a thunderstorm.
Me too, I was shocked.
Wow.
Because they started calling me Authority. Anyway,
the name they were calling you.
Yes, the title of the movie was what they were calling me.
Oh, okay.
The title of the movie was Authority.
Wow.
And they started calling me Authority. And
the divine authority was just.
And then God heard it.
Wow.
And cashed in.
Wow.
And that was it.
So let me ask, how were you able to combine your movie career together with your family life? Because you said you had like four kids.
4 biological children. Yeah.
Like
and I had adopted children too.
So you were all living
together.
Mm-hmm. And how were you able to combine the two?
You know, I was lucky, because I was having children and going to school.
Okay.
So I had finished then, and the children are growing. You know, the children you had when you were going to school, they will grow. So they had grown. By the time I went into acting, they had grown.
Had your husband passed on then?
No.
Or was he still alive?
He was still alive.
Wow.
He was still alive. But Nigeria was passing through hell then too. And they can owe them like 1 year salary.
Who?
1 year and a half. It's on record now. I'm not giving away my country.
Okay.
It's on record.
Sure.
So, but the important thing is that those times were hard times, and because of what the things I learned in school too, I was able to cope. I told you that my husband was not the go-getter.
Sure.
So he would rather sit down and wait for his salary. But I had to do 1 or 2 things to help, and the children helped me because they were no longer too tiny. At least I could get up in the morning, fry some buns, give them. They'll carry to school and be selling even to teachers. So they are going to school, they are selling. You see, and by the time they come back, there's money for tomorrow's food, there's money for pencil and other things, and they'll go again.
Wow.
I was also working then, but my own retrenchment came quite early. I was retrenched because they were shutting down medium wave stations and they retrenched me.
Okay.
And it's not easy to get a job.
Right. Thank you.